Hi guys, this is going to be your general reading for whatever zodiac sign comes out on the dice. So without further ado, let's begin. Aries. Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. Alright, so I'm going to be using Lenormand 2 cards to get an idea of what's going on for you, and then using the Psychic Tarot as well as the Rider-Waite Tarot to elaborate on the messages. Show me what I need to see for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. Two cards for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. The Heart and the Mountain. Okay. So at present, there could be a couple of issues that are residing in your love life and or health that may be of concern at present. Okay. Where the heart is concerned, we have enthusiasm, we have a lot of love that are backing this energy. Where the mountain is concerned, we're going to see obstacles, delays, limitations, challenges that are set afoot in front of us. Okay, so if there's somebody that you currently desire or somebody that is in your energy field at the moment, they may be upsetting the apple cart in terms of your energy in some way or another. So I'm going to get some ideas, some inspirations, some intuitive messages with the Psychic Tarot. Show me what I need to see for the Heart and Mountain for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. Heart and Mountain. Show me what I need to see. Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. Heart and Mountain. Okay, light is coming out. Ooh, another card with light. Hope. Rejoice and celebration. Underneath for that we have intuition. And then we have, now I'm going to clarify each one. Show me, clarify the light card. Okay, 3 of Swords. Show me, okay, the Hope card is clarified by the 9 of Wands. It's fire energy, your energy. And what is the Rejoice and Celebration doing here? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, please. Okay. And we have the 5 of Wands for what the overall energy is for the clarification cards coming out. Alright, so where I see this is currently at is that your intuition is definitely playing a part in some sort of dynamic that you're trying to achieve. Where these challenges are concerned has a lot to do with what you're not hearing clearly. There's a fear residing around having your heart broken, and also that there may be a tendency for you to get your back up, or if it's not you, it's the opposition or the party that you're involved with. There is some sort of guard being put up surrounding this this connection. You're holding back on something that is doing you no good, but it is also doing you favours, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so I'm going to get some more clarification on this Rejoice Celebration and 4 of Pentacles. There could be what I'm saying here is there could be a tendency to manipulate energy to work within your favour, and I feel like the levels of expectation are being let down you're being let down by a sense of expectation. Why is the Four of Pentacles here for Aries? You put your foot down in some sort of situation where you're not willing to reveal some sort of part of yourself as being deceiving. Now, if this is not you, it's the other person. But from where they stand or where you stand, there is more to this connection that meets the eye. Let's get some more clarification first. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? You're holding back maybe on your true beliefs or the true individual that you are, and I feel like it's a mask, or if it's, like I said, if it's not you, the energy can go either way. If it's not you, it's them. They could be very much masking their value, their sense of integrity, and I feel like there's a sense of waiting as well for that to sort of come to fruition. But at the same time, I feel like you may be holding your own life back with a level of expectation itself that's not exactly working in your favour. So why is the Four of Pentacles here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising? Okay, Queen of Pentacles, yeah, okay, so like something is going on, and it could be very much with a sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be male or female, it can be either. What I'm seeing is like breadcrumbs, in a sense, something that speaks about your value. You may have offered something in the past that has been either rejected, or it hasn't been to the level of standard that you've wanted to achieve in this dynamic. Okay, something seems very slow to manifest, slow to progress as well. I'm also hearing that there could be trying to conceive as well, and I feel like there could be something that could very much be stopping that from going to fruition. So let's have a look a little bit further. Why is the Queen of Pentacles showing for Aries? You're keeping the fire well within your heart, and you're trying very hard for it to not be let out, but I feel like at the same time you're not completely letting your guard down on a situation. It could be causing some sort of confrontation or conflict, and that's once again where I feel like there's a level of expectation that's not being met. Okay, yeah, Five of Swords coming straight out over top of that one there, and that's what I'm going to take it as. I'm not going to use the Queen of Pentacles, because realistically, if it is very much dynamic around this individual, it's going to be there anyway. Okay, this hope is being let down because the guard's not being let down. You may not see eye to eye with some sort of values or belief systems, and it's causing the conflict deep within the soul, I feel. And there could be a sense of like soul. This could be very much a soul connection that you're trying to find good reason to stay in. But if it's karmic, which I feel like it could be, you need to speak your truth about how you really feel and what you're hoping to achieve. Because I feel like if there's a mask that is being put on, it's actually not going to get anywhere. It's only going to be the same reoccurring cycle. Why is the Three of Swords here? You're being also your intuition is loud and clear, I feel, and there could be the intuitive self is trying to let you know that your thought process may be misaligned with what is actually going on. So it's really asking you to take time and address why you're allowing the thought process to get ahead of the intuitive self, because I feel like you as a person is actually quite intuitive. And the two heart, I mean, like the heart, these cards here are representative of the actual scenario or the central issue in this reading. Okay, and then we've got another heart, and it's a heartbreak card, and these two virtually kind of go hand in hand because the mountain is obstacles. All right, so if your obstacle is surrounding the way that your mind is allowing you to think, may need to sort of take a step back and take some time out for yourself to get your thoughts clear on what this really is and what you're hoping to achieve. Clarify the Three of Swords. Okay, there's a level of also sneakiness. Okay, King of Pentacles is coming out underneath this card here. Alright, so yeah, that's where I feel like there may be a tendency for manipulation that's actually coming to the surface. And once again, I feel like it's behind closed doors at the minute, but it is going to be apparent. It is going to come to light. Alright, and where I'm seeing this is either it's yourself or this individual that may be playing some sort of trickery or mind games, manipulation to get what they want to be able to satisfy or whatnot. And the King of Pentacles is like a grounded individual that knows his worth, knows his values, knows what he wants to manifest and stuff like that. So if you are dealing with, it doesn't matter what gender, if you are dealing with the earthy characteristics, or if this is you yourself, there may be a tendency to, you may need to sort of drop that ego, or they need to drop the ego and really speak your truth about what you want in this dynamic. Okay, what is the outcome for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising? What is the outcome for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising in this case? Okay, Seven of Cups, Page of Wands, and Four of Wands. The outcome, yeah, like there could be, you could be playing a couple of different scenarios, or playing a couple of different options, or knowing that you've got other options and playing out a this defense mechanism that's going on, causing the conflict with another person because you're not willing to drop that veil on what you want. Like I said, this could be them. You could also be feeling like they've got other options and they're doing something behind your back as well. But what it's really asking you to do at present is clear the mind to be able to make the next decision that's best for yourself in this dynamic. Because I do feel like you're there could be a sense of disillusion. If it's not you, it's them. And I'm looking at the Snake and the Seven of Cups, and that says to me like it's just sneaky behaviour, sneaky activity that may be going on. You are very much getting that intuitive reason, that intuitive messages that are coming through, but I feel like you're ignoring that in a sense, and also just wanting to play the field. Now, like I said, once again, I'll just make this clear that it may be them in that sense, but because energy can go both ways, but this could be very much where you're at, and it's leaving you feeling a sense of hopelessness. Alright, so let's have a look further. Let's have a look further into your archetype, their archetype. Okay. In this dynamic for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and the person in mind, show me the archetype. Show me the archetype for Aries, please. That they're currently embodying. Show me the archetype for Aries, please, that they're currently embodying. The self, okay, and the self is very much Aries because it represents the I am. In our affirmations, it represents number one. It represents the self, and in astrology, it is the first house. So this is where I feel like the play is at. What you're wanting, what you're manifesting, what your ideas are. This resides in this particular archetype, okay? And what is Aries person in mind currently, what is their, sorry, no, what is their archetype for Aries? The King, okay? There could be a push-pull going on between you both, like a competitiveness as well, alright? I'm going to read from the book for these two because I believe that the artist or author definitely needs to be acknowledged in the way that they've orchestrated and put this deck together is just, I think they deserve it anyway. Okay, the self is, just one moment. The soul, the witness, the watcher. The self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have time and place, and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The self is central, abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back into witness consciousness. Now that's what I was saying. I feel like it was calling for you to really go within about how this is going to work for you in your best interest, as well as that person taking a step outside the self and actually being selfless and looking for their best interests as well. If there's toxicity, if there's things that are going on in your relationship that aren't working out, then it's asking you to take it upon yourself to take that lead and saying, I need to take some time out for myself and really assess what is necessary for the both of us to seek happiness and progress. To observe yourself navigating the world, ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, smoulder chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavour of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. When this is when this is in light aspect, the positive sense of this particular archetype, the feeling or the energy that resides there is witnessing, accepting new aspects of self. So those characteristics will be present. You'll be able to identify them within yourself if they're positively aspected and you're living within that self archetype. When it's negative or dark aspected, disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. Okay. Yeah. So it's really about revealing the true identity in this scenario, and that starts with yourself. You cannot control another. So they may put up a mask and you're trying to show you're being your true self, but you can't force them to do that. That will energetically work on another level, whether it happens in your presence or not. It really is about the shadow self coming to light, but it's not up to you to bring that out. It either will happen unconsciously or subconsciously, or it's not meant to happen while you're in that sphere or that person's life. Okay, these things just develop over time. So the king, this card just reminds me very much of Leo. And you may be dealing with one, you may not be. Okay, the king, the ruler, the commander, the emperor. Okay, that goes. That could be that sense of like envy coming from either you or them. Where that level of how you see somebody is, maybe in conflict with who you are or wanting to be in this lifetime. So if you're the one putting on the mask and you're in the presence of a king and whatnot, and there's conflict because of triggers that are happening on a dynamic level, then it could be an aspect of yourself that you're trying to bring to the surface to be able to assess and work through. Okay, that shadow self aspect. But regardless, the king is, if our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of a human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid the corruption. Recognise the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. Okay, and that's what I was talking about. Whether it's you or them in that scenario, it's all about identifying the issues that are causing conflict within yourself first, not within the other person. Okay, there is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. If you are dealing with another fire sign, you may be confronted with that ego clash. If that is the case, just putting it out there. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. Okay, and that's what I was talking about with those trigger points. If there is kind of like conflict and trigger point scenarios that are present in this dynamic, then there's the answer. Okay, it's about looking and working through the shadow self aspects. Why are they triggering you? How can you achieve a more balanced state of mind and being as well? Okay, once again, this card has the word benevolence, alright? Divine leadership, service, and nobility. This is when the king is light aspected. When it's dark aspected, we've got oppression, misuse of power, and corruption. So they're the words that that apply to that persona, that archetype, and that dynamic that's going on, okay? Yeah, so that's all I have for you, Aries. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to book a reading, drop me a message in the comments and I will get to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Bye.